Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, October 11th. This is week 3 for the horror marathon, showing everything I have watched from October 4th to last night. Only got 5 first-time viewings watched, one really good one really bad pond pile, and I did get to go see something in the theater, which I will actually be talking about in a little bit. So we will just get started. So for the first watch of October 4th, number 70, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And then number 71, I watched The Bay. If you haven't watched this one, I definitely recommend it. Got this about 10 years ago from the UK, as you can see, because it was cheaper to get it there, and now it's not. Number 72 was the first time viewing. I did not like this at all. I thought it was boring. The characters were like just so stupid. But if anybody likes this movie, cool on you. I didn't, and it was one I was so looking forward to too. The Barn. I just didn't like this one at all. I thought it was gonna be fun, even stupid fun. It was just stupid and annoying. I did like these guys, but everybody else, I was like, can they just fuck off? And we got cool little cameos by Linnea Quigley and Ari Lehman, who was Jason in the first Friday the 13th. But yeah, 3 out of 10. This is going in the pond pile. So after that mess, number 73, Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. This has become a favorite the last few years. Definitely one of the best found footage films. I have to do a ranking of those, though number 1 for me is still Blair Witch Project, and it's like this or Grave Encounters or Paranormal Activity, blah, or Wreck, and so on and so forth. But yep, number 73. 74, I watched The Nun 2, which everybody hates, but I like. Why am I putting them way over there? They can go here. Say, now 175 I do have, but I'm showing it because I actually got to go see this in the theater last Friday night. And I wasn't even born when this movie came out, and I was like, I'm totally gonna go see it. So number 75 was Tobe Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That is why I didn't watch a Tobe Hooper movie up until this point. I wanted it to be Texas Chainsaw in the theater. Awesome in the theater. Quite a few people there. Yeah, we'll move on. So number 75. And then came home and ended that night with Grizzly, which I only watched for the first time either last year or the year before, and I really like this one. So for first one for October 5th, number 77, I watched The Exorcist. Number 78, I watched Evil Dead 2, one of my favorite sequels. Number 79, I watched From Beyond, my favorite Stuart Gordon film, and also my favorite collaboration between him, Jeffrey Combs, and Barbara Crampton. Okay. Number 80 was a first-time viewing. I watched on the Cineplex store. I don't know how you guys have it in the US, if you can watch the movies in the theater at home through I think it's AMC, or I don't know your guys' theater chains down there, but here you can rent them from the Cineplex store, and I had a free rental, so I watched Hellfest, which I liked. I gave it a 7 out of 10, but I think I was expecting a little bit more. The ending kind of threw me. I was like, whoa, but it was good. Will I pick it up if I can find it used cheap? Like, it was good, but it wasn't what I expected. And then I ended that night. I actually started this last month. I only watched the first 2 episodes, and then I fell off, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna restart the series for the marathon. So number 81, first time viewing, I watched Castlevania Season 4 on Netflix. I'm enjoying this, even though I don't know anything about Castlevania. I do know it's based on a video game that was on the NES, but figured this is the last one, and I think there's another one that's on Netflix. I might check it out, I don't know. So that was the last one for October 5th. So for October 6th, number 82. Yeah, we just moving because I do not like this movie. Either cut, I do not like. Which is funny because I used to love it as a kid, but when I got older, I was like, this sucks. Number 83 was a first time viewing, and this is the longest one. It was 2.5 hours long, but I wanted to check it out, and it's Count Dracula with Louis Jourdan. That was shown on the BBC back in 1977. From what I hear, this is the closest to the Bram Stoker novel, and it was very long and sometimes boring, but the characters kept me in it. Particularly Louis Jourdan as Dracula, which was really cool because I only know him from Octopussy and Swamp Thing, so it was kind of cool seeing him as a vampire. But yeah, I liked it. 7.5 out of 10, even though sometimes it felt very drawn out, but the characters kept me in it. Then number 84, I watched the WNUF Halloween special, and even though I don't think she makes videos anymore, my girl Jenna over at the Horror, thank you for getting me into this. So number 85, I watched Witchboard, which was another one I discovered a couple years ago and really liked it. I was like, do I want the Blu-ray or the DVD? Well, the DVD is the Anchor Bay, so I got the DVD. Like I said, I'm at the point now, guys, where I don't care if it's on DVD or Blu-ray anymore. So, number 86, I watched Tales of Halloween, another good Halloween-themed anthology. And then I ended October 6th, number 87, with disc 1 of Tales from the Crypt Season 2. Put this here because it comes up in a few more moments. English is not my main language. So October 7th, number 88. Just bought this the other day. I got to see this in the theater earlier the year, and moving on, and I loved it. And that is Late Night with the Devil. If you haven't seen it, I so recommend it. Number 89, I watched what is my favorite horror film from between the 2010 to 2019, that decade, and that of course is The Conjuring. Number 90, I watched the original 1978 classic Dawn of the Dead, and got another TV show watched. I watched disc 1 of season 1 of Stranger Things. And if you're gonna ask me, I can't remember where I got this. I might have asked my friend Jenna to buy me this one or season 2. I'm not sure. Or I could have ordered it from the Amazon.com site. But yeah, I'm happy to have the physical copy of the show. Okay, so for October 8th, I watched the OG Pet Sematary, which is my favorite Stephen King horror adaptation. Number 93, again, I would watch this on the anniversary of its release, and I said, no, I'm switching it up, and I watched Reanimator. And then for number 94, I watched my favorite horror film sequel, which is The Conjuring 2. And then ended that night with disc 2 of Tales from the Crypt. And I think that's it, so I can put that back over here. And then October 9th, I started the day, finished this series, even though I said I wasn't going to watch the Annabelle films or Curse of La Llorona. The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do it, the weakest out of the 3 Conjuring films, but I'm looking forward to Last Rites. Number 96, I watched Halloween H2O. Number 97 is a first-time viewing, and I really like this, which is funny because I know a lot of people did not like this. I knew nothing of the video games or the novels that they're based on, but I enjoyed the hell out of this movie, and that is Five Nights at Freddy's. This was one of the big movies I wanted to see last October in the theater, but if you may or may not recall, I had thrown my back out really bad I had to miss the entire month of October. So I didn't get to see this, Exorcist Believer, or Saw 10 in the theater. But I did enjoy this, and I love the fact these characters weren't CGI. I loved they were animatronics by the Jim Henson Company, which was one of the big appeals for me because I am a Jim Henson fan since childhood. Thank you, Muppet Show, Muppet Babies, The Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, all of them. So, but yeah, as someone who doesn't know anything about it, I loved it. I can see where the fans of the game did not like it, but I enjoyed it. So, what the hell, right? So, this one is definitely a keeper, and so far the best first time viewing I have watched. And then for now, a completely 180. No, this isn't a bad movie, but considering what it is, number 98, I watched X. And then 99, I checked out my new Blu-ray for Maxine. I did have somebody ask me, what about Pearl? Pearl is my least favorite of the series. I only wanted to watch these two at the moment and check out my new Blu-ray. I did get to see this in the theater earlier this year, and I loved it. And for yesterday, it was kind of a weak viewing day because it is October 10th. Why do we still have sunshine? We do have the odd rain days that only last half an hour, but I mean, I'm gonna go out and enjoy the sunshine. I mean, usually now I'm in long sleeve pajama top and pants. Right now, I am wearing one of my favorites, which is this Universal Monsters one, and boxer shorts. My Toronto Blue Jays boxer shorts. In October, so we went out and enjoyed the day a little bit. So the first one of the day, number 100, was The Legend of Hell House. If you haven't seen it, I so recommend it. It's a great haunted house movie. And fun fact, the director of this went on to direct one of my favorite movies growing up, which is The Watcher in the Woods. And that's when we went out, and we went out for like 4 or 5 hours. And I came home, I was thinking, what do I want to watch? And I wasn't going to initially watch this and the remake, but I said, fuck it. And so I watched Pet Sematary 2. Number 102, we'll get it out of the way quick. Yeah, we know, worst one of the series. And then ended that night, 102. Wow, I'm in the 100s already. From the Tim Burton collection, I watched Corpse Bride. So there we go, guys. That is everything I have watched. You know, a couple of good first-time viewings, one really bad one, which I was so looking forward to The Barn, because I've heard so many great things about it, but it just was not what I expected. And of course, Five Nights at Freddy's, to the point that I actually went out and got one of the games yesterday for my Nintendo Switch. I played it. It's kind of weird, but I'm still learning, because the one thing I hate with the Nintendo Switch games is they don't come with instructions like the old Nintendo NES games did. Yeah, that's like my biggest con about the Nintendo Switch games, is you basically gotta learn as you go. But like I said, that's the best first time viewing I have watched. I still have a bunch to go. Like I said, I really need to watch Near Dark. That is the biggest one to watch. I want to watch. But yeah, guys, what did you guys think of these titles? Which ones you like? Which ones you don't like? I want to know what your guys' opinion of The Barn is, and what are your guys' opinion of Five Nights at Freddy's? Because I know a lot of people didn't like that movie, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm a almost 44-year-old who loved that film. So, and who I know nothing of the game and the books. I kind of want to read the books, you know, even though they're kid-friendly. I'm like, who cares? And the movie was definitely not kid-friendly, I can tell you that. So yeah, guys, overall the marathon is going well, considering I didn't think I would be over 100 yet, but knowing me, there's some days where I can pound out 6 to 8 films, and then some days it's only like 4, which I'm okay with. But yeah, so I get to go see a movie tomorrow night in the theater. Not gonna say what it is until the next Friday's video. So until that video, guys, I hope you all have a great weekend, watch a shitload of movies, and of course, as always, like, comment, please subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys.